And don't forget, it's just my community, and I've got 21. Normally, like they'd throw me higher than this, so
Yeah,
it is. That's
that
actually a pretty low number considering this is my community, right?
Wait,
that would for the win.
you
That
should
would
do.
for the win.
Oh,
I literally felt like crying yesterday when I made a mistake at like turn 40 odd, and
Ugh.
yeah, it was a bad day. Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm currently involved in the Clan Boss draft, something which Deadwood Jedi has set up, and honestly, it's the most fun I've had in Raid in a long time. I'm up against other content creators trying to build the best Clan Boss team I can out of a draft pick. If you want to see the draft, you can go and see it on Deadwood's channel. You can also go and see interviews with each of the different contestants on his channel. I think he's got like 3 of them up so far. But it turns out we've all done kind of like polls. Who's going to win this thing? And everyone thinks Deadwood is going to win by a landslide. I'll tell you what, it's going to be closer than that, I'm pretty sure. Last night I got all of the underdogs, everyone except Deadwood, on my stream for a chat about how they're doing, how they felt about the draft. It was actually a really fun stream, really fun conversation. So I'm going to put up the kind of highlights of that right now for you to walk through. And then I'll also put everyone's channel down below so you can kind of see what they're doing about the Clan Boss draft. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Actually, only really for us, 1 day to go. We need to submit our Clan Boss runs like 24 hours from now.
Actually, yeah.
It's really like, it's a crazy quick turnaround, right? In terms of having to do this. So yeah. I just wanted to kind of get a gauge from you guys. Like, I guess we talked through the draft. How did you feel through that? And then also, like, how are you finding the kind of building of the teams, you know, the timing of it all, and, you know, how well do you think you're doing? So I guess let's start with the draft. YST, you got to go first.
all right. So
How did you feel about that? Firstly, like going first, big deal, right?
yeah, it was a big deal, but I think the kind of relief came once I finally chose it. It kind of like, I knew that I only had 4 2-1 champions on my account, and it was like, if I don't choose Lydia, it's gone. And obviously, Mr. Hades took it straight after.
Yeah.
But I just felt like with a Brogni, it was a really safe bet because although I get 2 back-to-back picks, I still have to wait 8 champions.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. So the Brogni allowed me to make a slow tune if I want to, or if I managed to get an extra 2-1 champion, by luck, then I could have went for that as well. So that's kind of where the Brogni came from, and I'm pretty happy that I chose it, to be honest.
Yeah, I 100% thought you were going to pick Lydia. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I had it in my head already. I knew that either Deadwood or Colby was going to grab Krisk. Yeah, so I was thinking Lydia's gone, Kriska's gone. So my first pick was 100% Brogni. Like, that's where my head was at. I was like, I'm definitely going to pick Brogni when it comes to my pick. But so you totally threw me off. Like, straight away, I was like, right, my plans are scuppered from the first pick. And then Scratch, I got to say, like, you totally threw me off. I think Deadwood did as well. I didn't expect 2 people to be going unkillable teams. Had you always kind of thought unkillables was going to be the direction?
Honestly, yeah, just because I was the last one to pick, you know, and I knew that all of you guys were going to fight for the big boys there. And by the time it's going to be my turn to pick, I won't have many options left on the table. You know, I could have picked a Valkyrie to start off with, you know, but then I would have risked that somebody else was going to pick one of the champions that was key for me. If I was trying to mess up somebody, you know, like I could have taken Valkyrie and somebody was going to suffer out of it. But I was a bit concerned seeing that would went with the Mira directly. I had to get that Seeker out of his way, you know, because if I was going to let him that was going to be very dangerous there, you know.
Yeah, so I was wondering, for my pick, I was thinking either Mashold for the 2-1 or Lydia or Seeker. Like, those 3 were kind of like my go-tos. And honestly, I didn't really know which direction to go. I was thinking Seeker is kind of mainly better for unkillable teams. And so therefore, I was kind of thinking Mashold or Lydia. But yeah, you went Seeker, Sir Nick. And Sir Nick threw me out totally. I was not expecting to hear you say Sir Nick as second pick. I was just like, what the hell is going on?
I know. I think it threw everything off that actually. Came as a surprise.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, once you've done that, your path is then pretty set. And I guess what's quite nice for you is you're not having to contest with anyone at that point, are you? You're just kind of like in your own little bubble.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I went on that way after, because I kind of expected you guys to go like that. I knew that YST was gonna go for probably Brogni or Lydia to start with, because I remember he was saying before that he's missing a lot of the top champions, so I knew that he was gonna get the best pick that he can on his account, and Brogni was definitely one of them, or Lydia.
Yeah.
Then Cold Brew, I knew that he was gonna get a risk. Like I saw it on him, but Deadwood came as a surprise, and your Lydia came a bit of a surprise as well. Honestly, I thought that maybe you were gonna start with something else, but that was gonna leave you a bit uncovered, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, if I could go back, I would have swapped my Valkyrie and Lydia over. I left myself open to Valkyrie being stolen away, and actually Valkyrie is huge in the team that I'm running, probably bigger than Lydia. So yeah, that would probably be something I would change actually if I was to do it again. But so YST, I know I watched your video with Deadwood before I came onto stream, and you've decided to drop. So you've got Brogni, Taragi. Taragi is your kind of ally protector.
Yeah.
Deacon, Geo, and Tyrant. So you kind of got double ally protect, damage in Geo, damage in Brogni, and then Deacon was in there for like your 2-to-1 speeds, yeah?
Yeah.
But I hear that you're dropping Deacon.
Yeah, we're going for a Rio Bone Spear instead.
Rio Bone Spear. So she's what? She's bringing your...
She's bringing
tons of debuffs, right?
She's helping my Taragi out with the drop attack. She's got the drop defense weaken as well, just in case throughout the run Geomancer gets resisted. And she also has a decreased crit rate, which is really undervalued against Clan Boss, especially when you're trying to go to those crazy turn limits. So all of those things are amazing, but she also has the heals. She's got the cleanses. She's got so much stuff in her kit. It's just crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it is actually crazy.
AoE heal is amazing. Yeah.
Some people were asking me, "Have you got a Riho? Would you put Riho in?" I was like, "I just don't have one." But and I probably should have got one. There was a Riho available on a definite summon, wasn't there? Not that long ago, and I passed up on it just because I'd already burnt all of my void shards like the week before or something. I was like, "There's no way I can buy another 100 or something."
I actually only pulled my Riho during the Yumeko 10x event, and then a Riho popped out. Yeah, so it was really recent. So I got pretty lucky with that, just on time. Yeah.
So you put Riho in the mix instead of Deke. So you're now on a 1-to-1 comp, I guess, or perhaps a few people running slightly different speeds, but ultimately a slower comp, yeah?
Now, yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Okay. And, I mean, I've got to say, with everybody else running 2-to-1s, I'm nervous for you going 1-to-1. Like, you've got to last a long time to kick out the same level of damage, surely.
We'll see.
So you've kind of turned into a damage mitigation sort of team, right? You've got
on my channel,
Geo, Tyrant.
I'm a big advocate for damage mitigation. It's a topic I always speak about, and I feel like even though I initially was going for that 2-to-1 team, even if I do lose this, which I'm completely fine with, it's all good. But I'm obviously hoping to win.
Sure.
I think the best thing I could do out of this, without going a 2-to-1, is just show the value of that damage mitigation on a scale like this in this competition. So people out there who can't get those crazy speeds and stuff can really see a team here that they can feel hopeful of one keying Ultra Nightmare in the future. And that's kind of like a second thing that'll be great here. So
yeah. And then so Scratch, talk us through your team. Like, I mean, I take it really. Would you say you've got 4 damage dealers here in your head?
No, kind of like 2.5. 2.5 damage dealers in my opinion. So I have Ninja Draco, and I can't really put Sir Nicholas as a solid damage dealer. He deals a bit of damage, but not like anything extraordinary, you know. So I think Seeker deals more damage than Sir Nicholas, if I'm going to put it out like that. Yeah, because I have the increased attack as well, so he rotates a bit faster.
Cold Brew, you there, man?
Hey guys.
Oh, there he is.
Cold Brew, how you doing? Cold Brew, let's just catch you up. So second pick in the group. Pretty good spot to be, I'd say. Overall, how do you feel about the team that kind of came out the other end?
Well, now that I've finished the team, I'm totally fine with it.
Okay, cool.
Although I did replace one of them.
Who did you replace?
Should I say? Should I spoil it? Who do you guys think?
I feel like if you was to swap anyone, it would have been Brago.
Oh, no, I would say Farakin.
You think so?
Just because I think Brago's increased defense can't really go away.
Because
And decrease attack.
he's already got the extension, right, with the Martyr. So
Oh, he's got Marta already. Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
So I feel like he's dropping Brago for more damage, personally.
What about Scratch?
Thing is, Brago's a lot of damage.
He does do a lot of damage, yeah.
Actually,
Definitely
the
wouldn't
team
be
that I
Marta.
built, Martyr has the highest damage.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. She did
She
the
did
most.
good damage too. She did good damage too, yeah.
She did about 15 million more than the second one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm guessing it is Brago that's gone. Because Brago should be doing a lot of damage.
How is your Brago not doing like, I don't know, 30 million damage?
Well, because the team that I was building was very specific, I had to replace something, and
He was the one, yeah.
yeah, he was the one that had to go, basically.
Okay. So one of the things I was chatting to Deadwood earlier. We just did like a quick. I think you've all done a similar thing. Quick kind of chat about everyone's picks and like how I felt my team went. And one of the things, so YST, myself, Cold Brew have got similar style teams, and then Scratch and Deadwood got similar style teams. And the thing I would be nervous about with Cold Brew is that you've got no shield support. So you've got great defensive champions, but me and YST have both got kind of like a shield to fall back on.
Plus double ally protect.
Yeah, plus ally protect, yeah. So have you brought someone else in to give you a longer life? Is that basically what you were trying to do?
No. I
Or have you-
went for more. I went for more damage.
Have you gone for another ally attacker?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, actually I love to hear that. That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
That was the way to go, because I saw that after a bit, Krisk on his own, he just couldn't survive those big AoEs. It's just,
yeah.
We forget on how much damage the clan boss does after turn 30 and 40, because we're used to the unkillables, but it hurts even if you have like an end game build Krisk.
Yeah. It's actually why like me grabbing Valk was so big, because Valk tries to allow you to deal with that with her crazy shields.
And also I didn't have a way to heal, right?
Yeah.
So that was the biggest problem of my team. It's like I didn't have shields to protect, which usually those give you like 40 turns of no heals needed, at least. It depends on how tanky you can go. It depends on many different things, but the shields are so big. Like my Krisk shield would sometimes, help me survive. Not survive. The Krisk shield would stay on for many turns at the start. So imagine you had proper shields.
Yeah. So is there any point here where any of you guys were like, I wish I'd gone in a different direction? You know, when you had a pick, was there ever a point where you kind of look back and think, you know what, I just wish I didn't go with that pick and I'd gone somewhere else?
Yeah, for me it was regardless of changing Deacon, because when I went for Deacon, I felt like I just jumped at a 2-1 champion. Like that was, I wanted a Michaud, and I was just kind of panicking, thinking, oh, I really need to go 2-1 to keep up with these guys. And obviously I had 8 champions after that to have a think about things.
Yeah.
But at that point, I could have blocked someone off. So I wish that I took that 5 minutes to choose a champion I don't need, because I knew nobody was going to choose a Tyrant. So I could have really like messed up Scratches or Deadwood's team on their path. Maybe took a Ninja. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish strategically, with the way that we could kind of choose a champion and drop them later, I wish I went about that a bit different.
Yeah, I personally thought that we're just gonna have to. So if we pick a champion now,
Yeah.
by then, once we pick our 5, we're just gonna say if we want to replace it, and that's it. I didn't thought that we're gonna
That was my
be
kind
able
of
to.
take on it. Yeah.
I didn't thought they were gonna be able to keep it for 3 days and decide in the meantime if we change and stuff, you know, because then
Yeah.
it would have been probably a bit different in terms of like, yeah, I'm gonna screw somebody over, you know.
Yeah, same actually. Exactly the same as
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Because I actually think it would have been good fun. If we do this again, it would be fun to have perhaps after round 2, everybody just gets to
A block
ban a
phase.
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that specific pick, the 3rd pick, I would have gone for Turvold. I was looking at Turvold the whole time.
Oh, were you? Right.
Yeah.
I suppose,
Oh,
yeah, in a Chris team. Wow.
How
That'd
come
be
you
cool.
didn't? How come you didn't got it before? That would, or you weren't able to pick?
Because
Turvold before
I picked Godseeker instead. So what
okay.
I said was I would have picked Turvold instead of Godseeker at that point.
Yeah, that would have been huge. Like when you got Krisk, I already thought that you were gonna get Turvold. You know, like they just paired together so good. And with whatever else you have in plan, that you have the increased speed, and you have the
Yeah.
buffs. You know, I thought that was gonna be a good combo. I'm
It's-
a bit worried about that wood team though. 3 damage dealers, they can get pretty serious. You know.
I guess Dimika
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really do damage, does
I-
she?
No, she's
I mean,
0.
I don't know, when I used her, she dealt around 10 million, so that's still pretty decent damage, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's actually not that much different to Lydia. Lydia's, for me, is like, where the hell is your damage? Well, I've been doing some practice runs. Guys, look, check out, I don't know if you can see this very well. Let me just get it bigger. I put a poll out on my channel earlier today. So I was asking people like, who do we think is going to win this Clan Boss challenge? And we've got here 4%, Cold Brew, 4% think that you are going to win. The underdog.
Like 40 people? How many? How many is that?
So I've got 1,400 votes.
Yeah,
Whatever
a
that
bit
is,
more
4%
than that.
of that. That's like nearly 50 people, is it? Is that right?
That's so low.
Y-
Well, of
YST has got 5% of the vote.
Oh god.
And then Scratch, you've got 16% of the vote. And don't forget, this is my community, and I've got 21. Normally, like, they'd throw me higher than this, so
Yeah,
it is. That's actually a pretty low number considering this is my community, right?
Wait,
that was for the win. That was for the win.
I think who else put a poll out? I put one out, and I think Scratch or Cold Brew put one out. Maybe you can check their community polls and see if it's
No, it
similar.
wasn't
'Cause
mine.
I
think-
didn't put. I think his dad would.
Was it Deadwood? I think Deadwood put one
Yeah.
out.
Let's,
It'll be interesting to see on that side as well.
They
Let's
was
see what, let's see
similar.
if they change. Yours was on your community page, YST.
Community page, yeah.
Let's make sure I pick me.
So
Oh, yeah, so look, I'm 12% on YST's group.
the Deadwood's still 50%.
Yeah, 53%, 54 on mine.
Very similar in terms of your one,
Right.
though, like the kind of percentages. Considering that they're a bit biased on my one as well.
Yeah, so they were biased on mine. They're biased on yours. And you say Deadwood did one as well, did he?
I think Deadwood did one as well.
Look.
I'm pretty sure I've seen another one somewhere.
Oh, here we go. Deadwood.
There
So
we go.
it's actually similar to yours, YST, on this one. Yeah.
Wow, I'm
Yeah,
last
very
on every
similar.
single one. Great.
Cold brew. Do your own post cold brew. Get yourself some extra votes. You're obviously not bigging yourself up enough. So look, I want to ask you each individually, like, how do you feel about it in terms of, just rank yourselves, like, or rank us 1st to 5th based on what you're seeing from the drafts. So YST, who have you got in 5th?
Oh my god, this is a hard question to answer here.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
a fun thing to do.
It's brutal. You put me first. All right. For God's sake. Oh man. I just feel like one of those community polls with putting Cold Brew at the bottom.
Jeez, man. Thanks.
No. Honestly, I think I said this to Deadwood as well. I think it was between Hades and Cold Brew in 4th or 5th. I'm not sure in which order. I placed myself 2nd or 3rd, personally, and then I've got 1st or 2nd between Scratch and Deadwood. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
yeah.
1st or 2nd, Deadwood. It's interesting. So many of the polls are going with the unkillable teams.
The only
as
reason it is
the win.
because it's these guys, and I know what they're capable of, and I've seen numbers before, and I
Yeah.
really think they will surprise a lot of people with how much damage you can do in 50 turns, especially when they're optimizing on the test server. So it'll be insane.
Yeah, we've got Victor Tez in the chat. Victor Tez, maybe you'll be in the next one, buddy. Welcome along, mate.
We'd all be out the water with him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right, Cold Brew, give us your kind of view on things.
It's the same thing. I know what kind of damage those unkillable teams can get to, like over 130 for sure, for both of them. So I don't know who's gonna win from them two, but for third, fourth, and fifth, it's between us three, basically, a YST, Hell Hades, and me. And I think I saw Hell Hades do like a clan boss team with the Lydia and Valkyrie some time ago. He did like over 130 or over 100 for sure.
It was. I think that was my first 100 million team, actually. Yeah,
somewhere there. So if you can get that again, then you might get third, and then it's YST and me on who can get to over 100 million with the teams. So it's gonna be close. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be last.
Yeah, it's definitely between us three in the bottom and then them two in the top.
What was the rules again? Like, is it just Lars that's got to do this?
I think
No.
so.
No.
That's how I read it
Dodgy
first.
picture.
You know,
It's all of
It's
the
all of us.
losers.
oh, for God's sake, I might as well
All
just
the
stop prepping that.
losers. What, from second down?
Yeah.
Is it? Damn.
We've been prepping
Right.
the wrong stuff. Get off the clan boss. You need to start prepping your stories.
Yeah, that's it.
I already
yeah.
have mine prepared. It's ready to go.
Scratch. What's your view on the world? What do you say?
Well, I know unkillable teams can do damage, but you guys have some decent teams as well, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those teams at the top, you know. If you guys get the right run in, you know, it is a bit of RNG with everyone's run, because I know I've done quite a few and I had pretty different damage. But even with those teams, if you manage to pinch a good run, you can throw everybody off, you know.
Yeah.
You can definitely pinch better damage than an unkillable team. But again, is optimizing the team, having the good RNG on your side, and the right damage in next to them. From what I
think-
see, each one of your teams, for each one of you guys, is missing something, you know. Like you don't have so much damage in yours. Has an idea. Cold Brew kind of has a massive mixture of champions there. He has a lot of increased buff champions. Then YST doesn't go on a 2-to-1 ratio with the team. So no matter how much damage mitigation you're bringing in your team, I remember when I made the very first team with double ally protection, and we had the Valk, when I've done the first 1-key Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team that was done unkillable ages ago.
Yeah.
I survived long, but I still wasn't able to destroy the Clan Boss, you know. Of
Yeah,
course,
it
since
was-
then everything evolved. Everything evolved since then, and we know
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
things
speed
about it, but-
tuning's evolved, like the tools we've got to use have evolved, all that type of stuff. So I actually remember doing a video, it's so long ago now, but I remember doing a video on damage mitigation, and I was trying to get like all of the good ones at the time in the same team, and I didn't have them actually, and I was doing like, can I get Duchess in? Can I get Norog in? Can I get, you know, Tyrant? Like all of these guys that have got the 10% plus, and I mean, I was barely getting tickled all the way through, but I didn't put out lots of numbers. But I didn't have, back in the day, Brogni and Geo that actually do put out good numbers just from being hit. That's the difference.
That's the idea. So the idea for this team is survive as long as possible. And you got to remember, I don't care about DPS. I care about getting hit and reflecting. That's what my team is based off. So the longer that I last, the more damage I'm going to do every single turn. And that's kind of the thing that people are forgetting here.
Yeah.
The good part about my team is that I have 2 champions in Relentless, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh, you did
Oh,
Relentless.
Damn,
Nice.
that's dirty.
Oh, that's not right.
That's a lot of
Scratch.
RNG.
That is dirty right there. So actually, it does. Yeah, it helps you to do number of runs to.
That's
try and get
cyberbullying.
luck. Yeah.
Probably the only set that I didn't try on my teams.
So we've got a few questions here. Does this need to be a full auto run? And the answer is no. However, think about how long it takes to run a clan boss run. My team is semi-auto. And basically what that means is I turn off a skill for my Tutora, and I have to manually do that skill just before the stun each like cycle.
Oh, that is brutal. Oh,
So-
sorry.
Oh man,
I mean,
every
not-
single time you try to get a good
every single
damage
time.
run.
Oh, my
I literally felt like crying yesterday when I made a mistake at like turn 40 odd, and yeah, it was a bad day. It's a bad day for that mistake.
That's like that game when you're climbing a mountain and then you miss the anchor and you fall all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, if Tutora wasn't fully booked, if I hadn't fully booked that skill, then it would be full auto. But I can't take books off. Yeah, and then someone else said here, what's my take? So I'd ask you guys your thoughts on positions. I mean, you can't help but look at the way everyone's voting and think they must know something else. But I feel like I'm in with a shout with Scratch and Deadwood. I feel like my team is strong.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are anticipating.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think so as well. Yeah.
I feel like they'll still win, but it's not going to be by a huge margin. I don't think, as much as people are thinking. Personally.
Yeah, it might be. I think there might be between like last and first place maybe a 30 million gap, which sounds tons, but actually when we're talking about the level of teams here,
yeah,
it's probably not that crazy. Like I think everyone's gonna push towards 100 mil, I think. But yeah, it's just I don't know until I start seeing some of these hits in action. It's hard to know just like how high this can go. I guess chat, just drop a number. How hard do you think the hardest Clan Boss key is going to be from one of us 5 based on the draft teams? How high do you think it can go? The winner, what type of number do you think the winner will hit? What we got here, 120, 175, 180, 200, got some good, 170, 150, 150. It seems like chat thinks somewhere between 110 and 180 for the highest
180.
500 million.
What?
I think 180 is like, is it that the
220 says my salad.
the high score?
What's the
high
record
score?
unkillable team that's ever been done? Do we know? Or is that what you're saying, Cobru?
Yeah, I think that's the one. I think it's around 180. I think Deadwood did it with the Mytha.
And that's based
I
on
think I might be wrong.
having the choice of any champion you want. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to surpass 140 or 150 from anyone. Maybe Scratch. I don't know.
It's hard to know.
140 is a lot, man.
It is a lot, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's going to pass that from anyone.
Unkillable teams have got 50 turns. That's nearly 3 million damage a turn.
Yeah. I think I'm considering his relentless procs, and I think he's doing loads of runs until he gets it crazy. So
that would be insane.
That's like spending all day.
I can imagine him doing it though. Scratch wants that.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, guys, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks everyone coming on for a chat. It's I'm super excited about this. I think it's a really fun thing to do, and I know for me at least, endgame player, not really keen on the way Arena is right now. This is actually a bit of a breath of fresh air. You have something competitive, which we all kind of forced to try and think outside the box a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys feel the same? Is this something which you'd like to see again? Do you think?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Deborah's done a good job of it so far.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't excited so much at the start, but once we started with the draft, like the minute we were live and I felt the competition, it felt like such a breath of fresh air, like to compete with others and get my mind thinking of the builds and possible teams to build, and the time pressure was there.
Yeah, like thinking on the Hoff like that, it's kind of like, damn, if someone almost like picks away your champions, 5 minutes is not a lot of time when you're trying to work out the kind of Clan Boss puzzle. Yeah, to find your next champions based on who you've got and what you're trying to fill. It's pretty tough to do. Like sometimes we could spend an hour looking through champion. Like it's like, what should I do with this? How does this piece together? And just kind of like trying to pick champions out of the air is actually hard, but also quite a fun thing to do. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this bit up. Thanks all for coming on, and good luck over the next 24 hours.
You're going down.
Yeah, speak soon.
Sorry to interrupt. I opened a coffee shop on Oxford Street, guys. I know you're gonna need caffeine to stay up all night, so please visit my coffee shop. I gotta pay the bills. Yeah.
Is it
on the
called
way.
Scratch Plays or?
Yeah.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I have Wi-Fi as well. Yeah.
Go and subscribe to Scratch Plays Coffee Shop. Make sure you check out all these guys' YouTube channels and streams and all that good stuff as well. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming on. I'll catch you later on.
Yeah.
Cheers.